we got stuck with the approach that we always took? And was Pushpa an alarming bell for the Hindi music industry that, okay, this is the time our approach needs to change? Do you think something on those lines happened?
I don't consider as Bollywood, Tollywood, Bollywood, regional cinema, KGF, Yash, changed. Kantara, Bahubali, changed the way we look at it. If it's a good content, it's easy to market. Niche content difficult. But you have to find that one key aspect on what you'll ride on.
I only and only went there to see Shah Rukh Khan in front of me. So
As
what?
Anupam sir says, na kuch bhi ho sakta hai.
Absolutely, कुछ भी हो सकता है, कुछ भी हो सकता है. इसीलिए we convinced Mr. Kirthi to come here and sit with us on a podcast. So today's generation understands and wants to be understood, or the music has to be according to what they like, right? Do you think the Generation Z has made some impact or some change to how the music is actually approached today? You think the audience is changing the perspective completely?
It is. It is. The audience is changing the perspective. So, there are two ways to look at it. There are a certain way where the music is all on beats, which the audience is picking up, which is more on the west side, which is, if I have to say, like, I don't want to name any artist per se, but when East meets West वाला scene होता है ना, तो beats पे चलता है. And then there is an indie space where it is, मैं mic के सामने बैठा हूँ, it's more on the indie is like the new Sufi which is coming, which is much more lyrical, soft singing, which also the current gen is consuming. The beats also they're consuming, and then there is the current Sayyara which they're consuming.
I was going to get to Sayyara, but we'll
because-
get to that later. Yeah.
So they're consuming that. As a person from the music industry, again, I am not the one who's creating music. I don't have the ability to create music. It's the composers who do that. If I'm catering to 5 people as an example, किसी को पानी पूरी पसंद, किसी को सेव पूरी पसंद, किसी को मेक्सिकन पसंद है, किसी को शॉर्मा पसंद है. So आप अपना बेस्ट डिलीवर करोगे as per the needs. Don't, so which I try and say, don't create music as per what is working. Create music which is good. People will consume it. They will find that music and they'll consume it. And how to make them reach that music, we are sitting for that, if it's good. And at times what happens is, we also may not know it's good or not good, but audience ढूंढता है. जो audience को चाहिए, audience finds it. I'm sure you also do it. I also do it. How today, Arabic song is also found.
Arabic songs have
that
become
one
a thing.
Marathi song which broke out in Amsterdam, which became a hype. Today, there's an artist called Sanju Rathod who made Gulabi Sadi and now Shaky Shaky. It's a Marathi song which has become a rage. Then back in the day when Anirudh did Kolavaridi, right? So it was different, ahead of its time, but worked. Or like an Anurag Kashyap, with this team of musicians coming and giving Gumanya. So it works. So a good music always finds its place. Again, music is like water. वो अपना रास्ता ढूंढ लेता है, audience के पास चला जाता है. Because what is that one thing which today everyone's into fitness, right? Pods and headphones have become like a fad. Everyone has it for either talking on the phone or anything, working out. But working out पे क्या चल रहा है? Music. So every space has got different music requirements. लिफ्ट के अंदर भी म्यूजिक चल रहा है, बट उसके लिए अलग म्यूजिक चाहिए. मंदिर में भजन चल रहा है, जो म्यूजिक ही है, जो बन रहा है, राइट, तो वो अलग है. क्लब में जाओगे तो ईडीएम है, वो अलग म्यूजिक है. बॉलीवुड पार्टी में तो बॉलीवुड म्यूजिक है. सो म्यूजिक हर जगह चलता है. आपको सिर्फ अच्छा म्यूजिक देना होता है, और क्या अच्छा है क्या बुरा है वो हम डिसाइड नहीं कर सकते.
Audience decide.
वो हम भी एक ऑडियंस है, हम ऑडियंस की तरह.
So, we were speaking about the regional marketing, the regional films, how regional films have actually started consuming a larger crowd, larger audience. How do you think, or do you think कि एक regional movie, for example Pushpa, right, it changed the narrative of the entire regional movies. Do you think there was something different in their marketing approach that at that point of time Bollywood was doing differently? And this is purely from a marketing perspective. This has nothing to do with a star. This has nothing to do with an actor. This has nothing to do with a director. Did they sell their industry differently than what the Hindi film industry was doing? Do you think we were contemporary, we were old school? Or do you think we got stuck with the approach that we always took? And was Pushpa an alarming bell for the Hindi music industry that, okay, this is the time our approach needs to change? Do you think something on those lines happened?
So I have a different take on this.
Sure.
The take is I don't consider them as regional cinema. This is something which I don't consider it's Bollywood, Tollywood, Collywood, regional cinemas. It is Indian cinema. It is Indian film industry. It is the content which is being put out. If I have to just mention the South market and the Hindi market per se types, but today South and Hindi both have become pan India, pan world languages,
Absolutely.
right? If we look at GCC as a market, Dubai and this, we have a lot of Keralites, Malayalam, we have Hindi also, we have Karnataka ka Kannadigas also. As an example, I'll not take Pushpa.
Okay.
I will go into a film called KGF and Kantara.
Correct.
That is originally a Kannada film.
Correct.
That's a smaller market. That is a market which I would say I had not erupted out or come out from that particular sector in the Karnataka
Fair.
belt.
Fair.
Telugu, Tamil, Malayalam, I've always had a crossover everywhere. Kannada, because I'm also from the Karnataka state.
Correct.
So I know that I used to watch a lot of films growing up with my parents on TV. मैं थिएटर जाके कभी नहीं देखता था. Because probably a lot of films used to never come to Bombay. And we used to stay in Bombay, and when we used to go to Mangalore, which is in Karnataka, that time we were going to meet our family, so we don't go to theaters.
Correct.
And again, remember, like offline, what I was talking about, coolness question था कि खाना film कौन देखेगा? But KGF, Yash, changed. Kantara, like चलो KGF Yash तो फिर वो तो बहुत बड़े scale पे बनाया था, and I salute those producers for backing that.
Correct.
Kantara. For me, if you ask me, Kantara is very divine for us. I've seen that since I was 2 years old. But when that blew out of proportion, that is where it is the content, it is the way it was presented. And
Correct.
today, if I have to give the same example, Narsimha.
Correct.
Me being a part of the industry, I didn't know a film called Narsimha was coming on. But when the chatter started, like last Sunday, if I'm not wrong, it's some 18 or 20 odd crores at box office. And that I'm talking in our circuit.
Kids are watching it, by the way.
यार we mentioned कि we have read Mahabharata, Ramayana. हमें कितना पता है? We are also as kids are trying na no screen time, this that, and today as parents, if we take ourselves, we are so much involved into the business. We read the business standard, business times, everything. We want to know what's happening around the world, but we have forgotten the actual roots, what our parents taught us. And at that time, we never tried and remembered it. So it's always a learning,
Correct.
right? मैं धार्मिक हूँ, but क्या मुझे उसका actual story पता है? यार, I'll be honest, मुझे नहीं. And marketing, yes. कट्टापा को किसने मारा? Hashtag पूछता हूँ. Beautiful thing. ऐसे क्लिफ हैंगर पे छोड़ा था. And it was such a beautiful question. कट्टापा ने क्यों मारा? किसको नहीं मारा? कट्टापा ने क्यों मारा? That's it. That is, so marketing के लिए क्या है कि if it's a good content, it's easy to market. Niche content difficult, but you have to find that one key aspect on what you will write on, right? So now when a Kantara 2 comes, you will go back to Kantara 1, and I have not worked on these 2-3 films. Though Bahubali music Hindi was with us, but yeah, we didn't do much, and I'll not want to just pompous on the fact saying no हमने ये किया था, हमने नहीं किया था. हम में से किसी को पता नहीं था कि वो क्या होने वाला है. और जब वो चीज चल जाती है, देन उसके हमें कुछ करना नहीं पड़ता. उसके बाद चल जाता है.
Of course.
उसके बाद आप क्या ही पुश कर लो, बिकॉज देन योर मार्केटिंग ब्रेन्स कम इन एंड से ना लेट्स सेव दैट मनी. अब तो चल रहा है. और वो टाइम पे इट वाज अ डिफरेंट टाइम, और टीवी वीवी कंजम्पशन बहुत था. टुडे पोस्ट कोविड टीवी कंजम्पशन इज फॉलन डाउन.
Correct.
वी हैव बिकम content is on a thumb, consume on 30 seconds or microdramas of 1 minute, 2 minutes. I still believe, which I was having an offline conversation, radio is it is declining, yes, but radio is a very important platform because let's leave our metros. बाहर लोग अभी भी रेडियो सुनते हैं
100%. And
एंड वो एक रीच होता है. सो इट्स नॉट अबाउट वहां से कंजम्पशन होगा, आई डोंट नो, बट अवेयरनेस होगी, जरूर होगा.
but I second that with your thought, because the minute you uh, look out the international radio market or the Indian radio market, I think it's extremely important because they're informative. uh, People, as you mentioned, जो tier 2 tier 3 के लोग हैं, I think they rely on music from
Absolutely.
radio, and there are some phenomenal RJs out there who are
RJs
very
were
very smart.
original,
Yeah.
if I have to
Right.
use that word, influencers.
Absolutely.
They influencers. They gave us a piece of information.
The
right?
OG influencers.
Yeah, OG
right?
influencers.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think radio is I second your thought again that it's declining, but it can never die because it's extremely important.
It is important, and it is about today we have become and technology will evolve, and it's very good for the country.
Correct.
We sit in our car, we connect, our phone gets connected to the CarPlay. Yes, the streaming platforms are giving you out your playlist and everything.
Correct.
But let's go back. Playlists were actually created by the programmers on radio.
Correct.
They created a playlist for you. Right?
Of course.
And today also there are ads on the platforms also.
Of course.
How many people are subscribing to it? Right? Netflix eventually had to come out and say na ki one person, one login. Come on, we are India and हम जुगाड़ू है, and हमें जुगाड़ू होना भी चाहिए because it works a lot. So we're smart enough यार. एक बंदे ने अगर सब्सक्रिप्शन लिया है, हम 4 दोस्त मिलके वो कर लेंगे, बिकॉज जो थोड़े बहुत पैसे बच्चे अगर कॉलेज में होते, इमेजिन लेट्स गो बैक 10 years बैक व्हेन वी वर इन कॉलेज, अगर हमारा चारों का मिलकर एक लॉगिन से चल रहा है और हम 400 रुपये बचा सकते हैं, तो हम वो 400 रुपये में क्या कर सकते हैं, राइट? हमारी एक रात की पार्टी हो जाती है बैक एटलीस्ट 15 years बैक.
I mean, you've known my journey probably the most in this room. I've never seen college, so I can't really comment, though I've had the journey
Yeah,
of...
he's being very modest. He's not seen college, but right now he gives lectures to IIM students. So.
Maybe I do. I mean, I do. But let's just say that I have not been the best of the students at the earlier stage or earlier age of my life. But I think I got inspired by a lot of people, where I realized that how education is extremely important. So exactly why I decided to go and become a guest lecturer at IIM. But that's not something which is been put out there, and I don't really speak about it. But I have something really interesting to ask you. Keeping a journey in mind, you've been in the business for the longest time. You understand the nuances of business. You understand the difficult side of the business. For the younger side today, people who want to enter the film marketing or the film music marketing space, younger kids, what is that one key takeaway in your mind or in your opinion that's extremely important that they should be mindful about? That, okay, a senior person like Kirthi is suggesting this, and should they enter this market or not?
I have a very simple answer for this. If you're passionate, if I can learn it, everyone can learn it. But if you're thinking it's a glamorous industry, don't enter, because it looks glamorous, but it's not glamorous. There's a lot of hard work. There's a huge force behind making a one person look glamorous, and trust me, I can vouch for all my great actors, talents. It's not easy to look glamorous every day. This is not a space for people who think, oh, हमें gossip मिलेगा. नहीं, it's not gossip. It's someone's life we are talking about. So there should be some discipline to be maintained over there. But for the younger generation, if you're thinking it's glamorous, no, because once you enter, the entire coolness will go out. You should be ready. And there's nothing called as ये छोटा काम है बड़ा काम है. Honestly, when I hardly go too much onto the film set, but I believe the spot boys who work on the film sets are the hardworking and selfless. They don't need a thank you. They just need a smile, and that is where I come. For me, I don't mind picking up a chair because that's my job. It doesn't matter. This doesn't make you look. Because if you are able to do that, आप अपना काम करो, आगे बढ़ो, सबका टाइम बचा. You're passionate about what you're doing. You want to learn about this industry. You want to Yes, I understand. थोड़े बहुत लोग starstruck होंगे, which is okay. I don't
यार मैं
say.
स्टारस्ट्रक था जब मैं फर्स्ट टाइम आईफा गया था. आई ओनली वेंट टू आईफा टू सी शाहरुख खान. आई वेंट फॉर 20 minutes ओनली टू सी हिम. एंड आई सो इट्स लाइक मैं अबू धाबी गया फ्लाइट लेके. मैं रात को 2 बजे पहुंचा. मैं सो गया. एंड दे वर काइंड इनफ टू अरेंज माई स्टे बिकॉज दे आर फ्रेंड्स. मैं सोया. मैं सुबह उठा. आई मेट देम. आई वेंट फॉर द अवार्ड्स. आई हैड नो आइडिया कैसे होता है. आई हैड नो फ्रेंड्स. द ओनली फ्रेंड्स आई हैड वर द ओनर्स ऑफ IFA because, as I said,
Yeah,
they're
yeah,
friends.
Witchcraft.
Witchcraft. And I had like the best of the seats. They placed me at the third row. I'm sitting. If I look on the left, there's someone sitting. If I look on the right, there's someone sitting. But I'm not interested. I only and only went there to see Shah Rukh Khan in front of me. And I was starstruck. Like, I don't know if you know, we shot with Virat Kohli very recently, right? We did an ad with him. But I did not go. It's not that I'm not starstruck about Virat Kohli. Virat Kohli is legends and the legends of all, right? But a Shah Rukh Khan actually took me from a Bombay to Abu Dhabi, not even for 24 hours, to see him for 10 seconds. I went there, I stood in front of the stage and I looked at him and I clicked a picture of myself standing probably at the back, okay, with him in the background. And I took a picture and I uploaded that picture on my Instagram also at IFA watching, Khan Saab or
SRK line.
SRK. Let's just say SRK. And I was like, wow, dude, can I do this? Am I a person who can actually do something like this? I don't know.
Fair, but again, coming back to the same point, you have worked towards it, you could do it.
Yeah.
But if someone wants to enter into it with the thing, ki, oh, I'll be able to do this.
No, of course not.
I have been working here for the longest time. At times there are my friends who come, यार एक फोटो दिलवा दो.
हाँ.
I'm like, यार फोटो तो दिला दूं, but वो एक फोटो दिलाने के चक्कर में उनका जो काम है वो घूम के it is gonna come back to us only तुम्हारे वजह से डिले हुआ. So it's not, it's they also want to give photos, but
Of course.
there's a lot of chaos happening over there, so it becomes difficult.
So, Kirti, tell me how, and it's a subjective conversation, but how important it is for you, in your opinion, or in the market's opinion, कि एक म्यूजिक, किसी मूवी का म्यूजिक उस मूवी को चला रहा है.
It is the key. I mean, asking the wrong person, wrong question. I mean, I'll never say that music is not the key. It is the key. Let me give you an example of, the current example, Sayyara.
I have multiple questions on Sayyara, but you can start with this and then
I'll give you an example based on Sayyara because it's the current hot topic everywhere.
Everything they did, right, from the time they decided to launch the movie, from the time where I remember hearing a conversation with you where the actors did not go to promote the movies, right? And it was very recent. I'm sure you know where I'm coming from. Every ball they hit went for a 6. PR, marketing, storyline. I don't know how the movie is, but I see reels where children are crying in theaters, screaming for their lost love. Do you think that worked, which is great PR?
No, I don't believe that worked, and I wouldn't want to comment on that PR strategy because that's something which the marketing team of that particular studio has done. So
Right.
I'm sure they would have some.
But do you think it's a
strategy
great
on-
marketing strategy?
I would still not want to comment on that. I am not very sure on that front. But on the music front, what I would say is Mr. Chopra had the belief and the conviction on a great director, Mohit Suri. He's delivered in the past. I don't think any of his films which doesn't have great music. You can pick up his filmography and I can guarantee every film is got great music which is always worked and worked if the film has worked or not worked. Right? And when it comes to Sayyara, see, make a film with newcomers is tricky. But when, as I said, when the film is good, it is a good film. And it is about how you get that work done from those actors. In the past also it's happened. Ranveer Singh has become Arjun. We have got enough examples where newcomers films have worked and uske baad their films may
Tanked,
not
yeah.
work or tank. And it happens. Every Friday, everyone's fate is decided in this industry. A Friday makes or breaks a lot of people. And the industry is dependent on Friday. Music, they focused on one single thing. The track was Sayyara, which was also the title of the film. Right? Now when it's a newcomer film, why would I be interested? Right? So there has to be some interest. They ensured, it was a great track. I mean, outstanding track, composed by Tanishq. Fahim Abdullah is a new singer, not a new but Bollywood made new singer. Fahim has got tracks in the past, and Irshad Kamil's lyrics was outstanding. but they ensured they hammer one thing everywhere was the track Sayyara, because it had the word Sayyara and the film's name is Sayyara. Sayyara, 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 Sayyara. And what the takeaway for me was, I loved the trailer when it was launched. I loved the trailer. I mean, loved both those newcomers also, and it looked really good to me. From as an audience perspective, not again from someone who's a part of this business. No, as an audience, I look at every trailer as an audience because someone's created it. I am not a creative person to even comment on someone's creativity. But what I took away from that trailer was after half the trailer went away, the crescendo where the Sayyara came in, and when the girl explains what is Sayyara. Sayyara is an Urdu word, when I didn't know. But when she explained that, after that, the song picked up much more. So it's about hammering one thing to someone and telling. And after that, see, a marketing person's job, which we always believe in the industries, our job is till Friday. To get audience to the theatre on Friday. After Friday evening, night, you have to give Saturday. Saturday ke baad, it's the audience. Yes, and I watched that film. I loved the film. I think it is current generation's DDLJ rockstar. यार हमारे देश में दिल बहुतों का टूटता है और बहुतों का जुड़ता है every minute, every second.
आपका मेरा भी हुआ है.
हाँ, मतलब दिल है, टूटने के लिए बना है. So I think the film was outstanding, and marketing wise, they did a brilliant job. Again, it's the conviction of that production house to push that out that way. I'm no words for the way they promoted that film. I mean, and if you ask me, would I have had the same strategy? I don't know. Would I have the same call? I don't know. Yeah. I mean, it takes a lot of thought process and guts to do something what
courage.
they have done, and like wow, it's doing like great numbers. But now it's after the success, right? I'll give an example where the film didn't work, the music worked.
Interesting. I want to know this.
There's this two newcomers launched. The film was directed by Abhishek Kapoor, guy who directed Kedarnath and a lot many other films. Great director. Music was by Amit Trivedi. Two newcomers were Rasha Thadani and Aman Devgan.
What is the movie called?
Azad. The song Uyamma. The film didn't work. The song worked. And how? Right?
It's your song?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's when we marketed. And we had a marketing strategy for this, which we executed beautifully. We had the belief on that one. But did it help work the film? No. And it's not that the music worked after the release of the film.
Right.
Music worked before the release of the film.
Correct.
It was a rage. And I think Rasha did a fab job. The entire team, including the choreographers, the musicians, everyone did a fab job. But it worked. But the film didn't work. After the launch of the trailer, which is 4 to 5 weeks before, now the things have changed where trailer comes in later, the songs come in first. But back in the day when it was a format, where film ke aat hafte pehle, the trailer used to come, then the songs. So to sustain the campaign, it was only the songs. Also, as marketers, we are also evolving every time, thinking can I break the TG? Then I only question myself, why will I break the TG? Because, why am I doubting it so much that this particular song only a Gen X will listen or this person will listen? For me, the range is always there. Unme se kaun consume karega is what we need to figure out. So that's the reason we use a lot of content creators. We use social media to a lot of extent. Then we also try and use the streaming platforms to push to the song. Then we also take into advantage when a film works in theaters. So let me push my song back into the theaters so that the consumption will be there, the awareness will come in. As a song, I need to push out the song because it's a business where I get in my revenues and there's a certain model. But as a music label, as a music marketing, I at least believe it's also my duty to push the film out, because eventually we are in the business of films, and if the film works, the music will work. And can I be a part of it? So I also always think that along with the music, I need to push out that release date of that Friday for people to know. I want audience to come, and I want the audience to obviously watch my songs, but I also, somewhere deep in the love for films is such that I want my audience to come and also watch that film. So that's always something is always there in the back of my mind.
So, Kirti, we are at the last leg of our podcast, which is the rapid fire.
Do I get a
Unfortunately,
hamper?
yeah, only if you give me a hamper, I give you a hamper. And the only hamper you get is Lotus Coat with me.
Okay.
1 hour of
Edit this
my
one.
personal 1 hour of my personal time, 1 hour of your personal time, and Lotus Coat
Perfect.
after
Sounds good.
after Shravan,
Sounds good.
after Ganpati,
Sounds good.
right? One piece of feedback that stayed with you.
Control your emotions and be focused.
A film campaign you wish you had worked on.
Pushpa.
Releasing content more about instinct or timing.
If it's a hit, instinct and timing both are perfect.
Interesting. Your favorite campaign moment from your work.
For me, Dangal.
A brand or studio that understands mass marketing well.
So it's not a single brand or studio I would want to say. Yes, we have also promoted one film called Gadar 2, which was completely massy and I think one of the greatest campaigns the studio marketing team delivered. And apart from Z, if I have to not just mention Z, I think Yash Raj knows how to put out their films and how to market it in a very different way. And there's always
So-
a learning from them.
So it's Z and it's Yash Raj.
It's everyone, but on the top of my mind is Z and Yash Raj, who I believe that have a great
That's
connect
the
to the
most.
masses.
That's the most non-controversial answer I've ever heard. But fair from a competitor perspective. So today we have Kirthi Shridhar Rai, KSR. We call him with all love. He's my soul brother, and he's given out absolute soul on this table while we had this conversation. I think there's so much that each one of you can learn from him. 20 years of experience that he's put in front of us. It's absolutely amazing. If you want to learn more about it, you want to learn more about what he's done and how he's done it, please watch it and like, subscribe, and share.